Hey, thanks for joining us for another episode of The Sweet and Salty. In seeing what the daily energies are bringing us today, we're going to go ahead and start off with finding out what what's coming in love and career and everything in between. So it looks like maybe some love. Let's find out the energies here. New beginnings. Walking away for something that doesn't serve to seek happiness. And standing your ground. All right, let's get one more card. The Empress. The Divine Feminine. Using intuition, nurturing, higher strength. All right, and then the overall energy, though, is the Eight of Swords. So putting yourself into a self-contained prison mentally in your mind. Though it seems like on the outside appearance, though, everything seems to be going positive. So let's figure out a little bit more about this here. So it does look like that we are having some new beginnings coming in with the Fool card here. Taking a new risk, taking a leap forward. Possibly a new adventure coming in, trusting in your intuition about something. Maybe walking into the unknown, breaking away from the norm of what's going on, having optimism about a situation. Definitely, definitely more like carefree attitude and impulsiveness. Really not knowing what to expect, but taking the lead anyways. Then the next thing we have here is the Eight of Cups, and as you can see, the Eight of Cups, it's all about stepping away from something that doesn't serve us anymore. So as you can see here, you have the Three of Cups next to it. So it could be joy and happiness, but you also have the Five of Cups. So it the Five of Cups is usually the person that's sitting there basically crying over spilled milk, because you have the Three of Cups sitting there turned over, but they don't see the joy and the love that is right in front of them. So, not seeing the full picture of what's around you, but only really looking at that minute, little small detail. So when I see them together here, it's like, yeah, you're walking away from something that might have been like a third-party situation, or just a carefree joy and celebration. But then those got, overturned, and those went away, and you didn't want to really focus on, that the two that were there. So really just walking away from something that just doesn't serve you anymore. Then, of course, we have the Sun card, and the Sun card, to me, trumps all other cards as far as the negative aspects to them. So the Sun, really brings in that love, that joy, the happiness. And ironically, the child here represents the Fool of the innocence and the adolescence of a new idea, and the joy that a new project brings on, and seeing it go from its infancy all the way to maturity and such. Obviously, also with the flowers, that represents that life cycle of something new coming in and beginning, and then being able to be cycled through. Then, of course, the Seven of Wands here, we have a lot of defending ourselves. Sorry, guys, I'm sitting on a whole bunch of magazines, and I didn't realize that I would have done this here. I'm trying to readjust. There we go, because I kept slipping. So with the seven there, you're having to defend yourself and stand your ground, and really really passionately fight for what you believe in. And that's probably because you're walking away from something that probably was, socially acceptable or social norm, and um, you know, something that most people would have been like, "Why are you walking away from it?" Um, and the reason why you're walking away from it is because you want happiness. You want to, either you're walking away from someone for a new beginning to have a new beginning with this Empress, or you're walking to embody the Empress qualities. So with the Empress, obviously she's mother, she's nurturing, she's also creativity, she's expansion, um, she is sensuality, growth, deep understanding and beauty, control, intelligence. Those type of things of like a of what high Empress would be. I mean, she is number three. She comes right after um, the High Priestess. So she's second in control, second in charge. So very very feminine, very abundant. So again, you're either walking away to this person or to that energy. So let's go ahead and get some clarifiers. I'm going to go ahead and start with Banksy Tarot. Let's see what we can find out. Oh, okay. Maybe not. There it goes. Okay. Alright, so while I'm shuffling, if you want to go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, that'd be fantastic. There it goes. I'm having a hard time with the shuffling. I'm going to do one more shuffle. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. Can we clarify the Fool card? Can we clarify the Fool card? Clarify the Fool card. Clarify the Fool card. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. So we have the Ace of Stencil. So definitely a new beginning and something tangible, something grounded. And then we have the Eight of Spray Cans. And so spray cans are going to be actually swords. So another Eight of Swords. Um, and then the Papa of Spray Cans is going to be the King of Swords. So it looks like a lot of mental here. So, you feel like you're, as you can see on this here, you're imprisoned, you're stuck, you're in this cage that you could easily turn over and easily, rectify and fix, but mentally you're like, I can't do it, but in the picture here, it's a shopping cart. You could easily push up and be able to, free yourself from it. And then we have, the Papa of Spray Cans. And so the Papa of Swords is, a very, clean cut, cutting the bullshit out, to the truth. The swords are all about communication, about, mental, mental awareness, not necessarily communication, but cutting the mental aspects up or out. And here it's, a young kid, a young soul. My thoughts here, because it is the Papa, so it is a king. But he has this big, huge gun in his hand, so like a big, huge problem, and he's solving it. Instead of shooting bullets, he's shooting crayons, like all these crayons and such, and trying to spread innocence back, and trying to rejuvenate this youth here, and trying to share it. So with this here, it looks like. What I love about this is that new beginning, with the Ace of Stencils, the Ace of Pentacles, is that, yes, it is the Ace, but everywhere that you look on this, and this is supposed to be a 10 note, or 10 pounds, is that you see that 10, so you completely completed the cycle. And now you're starting over in something tangible and something firm, something concrete, which is beautiful when you mix it with the Fool. So yeah, you're taking a leap, and you're going to have wonderful footing and wonderful standing, and it's going to be something that's going to bring, um, foundations and joy. Something, with it being Princess Diane, to me, it's like, um, you know, when you think of royalty, you think of something stable and something long term, traditional, um, and something that's going to be like multi generational when it starts at the ace. So you're starting that foundation to go towards something, multi generational. But you definitely are in your head about the situation, about whether or not you should take this leap of faith. And I think when you get out of this and you embrace it and you cut, you know, you're going from the 8 to the king. And so that's a big, huge leap. But the good thing is that you do become the king, and that you embrace your thoughts, and you um, not transgress, that's transmute the energies to something more positive. So very, very cool. Um, so let's see here. Can you clarify the 8 of Cups? A lot of 8s. Can you clarify the 8 of Cups? Clarify. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 10 of cans, the Empress, and the Hierophant. So, spray cans, again, happens to be that, the swords. So, kind of what I'm seeing here is that you're walking away from something that caused you, obviously, mental anguish. And here with this kid, you see about social media. You see he's crying and he's upset. He has a cell phone in his hands, and he doesn't have any likes. He doesn't have any follows. He doesn't have any comments. Nobody, is paying attention to this child. So you're walking away from a situation that you felt like you weren't being heard. You felt like you weren't being seen. That you weren't getting your needs met, and that's with the Empress. And the Empress is, she's definitely about intuition, but in this card, to me, she's about nurturing her young inner child self. And so it's a matter of that maybe your inner child isn't being heard by you or by the situation, but you're not being recognized. So you're stepping away from this anguish and this stuff that's not serving you, and you're moving towards something, like I said, that's supposed to be joyful. But from here we have, the Empress. You have the Hierophant, which the Hierophant is a card of tradition. It's a card of marriage. It's a card of institutions, higher learning. It's a card that represents the social norms and such. So, um, I think what I'm getting with this is that you're moving away from this material, ego driven thought that you need somebody else to nurture you, and you're going to start nurturing your own inner higher self. So you're walking away from the ego to nurture yourself. It's definitely a plus. See a lot of growth. All right, can you clarify the Sun card? Clarify the Sun. Clarify the Sun card. Clarify the Sun. Clarify the Sun. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay, we have the Sister of Stencils. We have the 5 of Brushes and the Sister of Buckets. So we have 2 pages coming in. So stencils again is about pentacles, brushes are wands, and buckets are hearts. Um, so happiness. So if something, you have two things that are coming towards you. They're gonna be, it's gonna be small, but it's gonna be something tangible coming towards you. Um, Something emotional, sharing your love, something that's bringing excitement, that'll be emotionally fulfilling. It's an offer coming in, and also something that's going to ground you and something that's going to give you prosperity when it comes to money and abundance. Um, but in the middle, this is what I'm not sure about getting. In the middle, there is going to be fighting. If you happen to be looking relationship wise, this could be two people coming in and that they're going to be fighting for your attention. Um, because the wands are definitely passionate in here, and it looks like you have two totally different people. You have someone that's very military, could be very authoritative, and then you have someone that's very um, what I'd consider like for the people. It's a regular person wearing jeans and a sweatshirt, but they have their face covered. Um, One person that does have a knife, or someone else has a bag. So to me, it's like the equal balances, um, kind of polar opposite people. So maybe the way that this is laying out is that maybe the page of um, Pentacles is going to be that authoritative individual, or that offer that comes in that's going to be grounded in something um, traditional, something that's going to seem like it's stable. And then on the other side, you have um, a regular person, so something maybe a little bit more laid back and comfortable, and for the community, um, and yeah, for the community, but it's going to bring you love, and it's going to offer that small token of passion um, and such. So it looks like you have either two options for a career or two options as far as people. Um, so that's very interesting. But it's going to be happy at the end. All right, let's see what we have here, though, for the seven of wands. Sorry, I don't know why I just spaced there. Is that in backwards? Okay, one more card, please. One more card. So standing your ground, and we have the King of Cups. We have the Three of Cups. And then we have the Death. So traditionally here, you definitely have something changing. Um, Something regarding either celebration, joy, or third party. You have the three individuals here. And then also you have the King of Buckets. And so the King of Buckets, again, the King of Cups, is a male that's coming in. In this picture here, he's really shy, reserved, quiet. He is emotional, but he doesn't keep it forward. He doesn't put it on display. Um, and he is, traditional type of guy, though. Um, so you're standing your ground, though. Hmm. So, so it could be that you have this guy that is in your life, though, and that you want to find joy and happiness with him, but something's changing. Um, so either you're interested in this guy and he's in a third party relationship, and something needs to change on your behalf, or something is changing on his behalf, um, or you want to embrace the quality of the King of Cups, and you're shy, and even though you want to express your love and you want to have joy, and the change is going to be coming to be able for you to embrace your true feelings and your true self here. Especially with this death card, it is that transformation from death, to something happy and joyful, something positive. And with death, it's not like the Tower card, so you're not, life isn't going to come crumbling down on you. It might just be a small change. It could be, something as small as, instead of driving to work one direction, one way, you go another direction, and then that puts you in a path of meeting up with this king of buckets, and then you guys wound up having a joyful connection, or it could be again, you're interested in a king of buckets, or they're coming towards you, but they're in a third party relationship, but they're coming to tell you that they're changing, or they're changing their ways, or maybe you were involved with a king of buckets, and they put you into a third party situation, and they're coming in to, apologize and tell you um, that they have changed their ways and such. Okay, so let's see if we can clarify the Empress. Give me 3 cards. I'm just going to take the top one there. Okay, so we have the Four of Spray Cans, which is the Four of Wands, or excuse me, the Four of Swords. Then we have the Two of Stencils, so the Two of Pentacles, and then we have the Chariot. Yeah, you can still see them. Okay, so Four spray cans. For most of the Four of Wands, it's about resting and such. But in this card, it's a rat, and he's breaking a lock or breaking a chain or something, or not really sure what it looks like. It looks like actually a tail or something. But to me here, it's more of like in unlocking, taking a moment to, and then unlocking the aspects of the Empress inside yourself, you know, um, or even in here, because this is, you know, it's more of like unlocking your creativity, unlocking your internal abundance. Um, with this is a reference, obviously, to art, or an art history component, but it's also about using the space to create the form for a function. Um, so but I keep saying like unlocking the creativity, and it's interesting how these are lined up. How this looks like it's going to snap the wire beam of all these clothes out on the ground. So maybe it's like, cutting out the dirty laundry, cutting out the secrets, and revealing honesty and such, and being true, trusting your true intuition and your true self. And with the Chariot card here, traditionally you have two lions and one person, but in this picture here, it's one individually small kid trying to pull these two people who look like they're trying to take a selfie and post it to social media. Um, so he's not moving forward. He has a plan to be moving and to be going forward, but he's not moving. He's not going forward. He's sitting there in contemplation, as the two people that are not aware of the situation. They're really self-absorbed. Um, so maybe it's a matter of, cutting out or hanging up your clothes out, out, exposing the truth, exposing the truth, of the situation. Especially like with this here, I'm thinking of like, child work labors and such, exposing, you know, the harshness and really the blind ignorance that these people have about the situation. So maybe it's a matter of like opening your eyes to the situation so that you can trust your intuition, trust your nurturing side, and be creative, and moving forward. And really, in the back here, you have this tree that kind of looks like a pine cone. So allowing your third eye to take it over and really seeing it through a different perspective. So seeing it away from the lens of social media and commercialization, and to let go of all this baggage that we carry as a person and cutting and breaking free of it. So kind of like when you take a rest, for the Four of Swords, it's about like um, rest, meditation, and taking that pause, that purposeful pause. So to me, that's kind of where all this flows into. So very nice. So let's go ahead and I'm going to pull an oracle card, and let's see what guidance the universe has for us, and then we'll get a couple words from the universe. Flying. Absolutely. I feel that you're really going to be embracing who you truly are. And you're not, something plain and simple. You're this gorgeous Pegasus, or this horse butterfly. You're really a unique, one of a kind individual, and you're very, very passionate about what you truly love doing. But also here, you have the cycle here in the ground. It's, in my opinion, the cycle of life here. And really, as you can kind of tell on this side here, if you can see it, the circle doesn't usually, it's not just a spiral circle, it goes around, then comes back upon itself, then goes around and comes back upon itself. So though you are progressing the circle, um, sometimes it may seem like you're repeating the paths, where you've already gone before, but in reality you're not, because you've transcended, you've gained some knowledge and some new insight of the situation and how to move forward and take flight. Um, it's about taking that leap, going back to the full card, taking that leap to find happiness and joy. And you got like bubbles in here, um, or, yeah, they're bubbles. Bubbles, and you have another bird, and it's, you have these streamers, that childlike innocence, that passion that the Sun card has, and then the creativity that the Empress brings in, and you're really just taking that leap and just flying, high above these obstacles and seeing that new perspective. It's very beautiful. Great reading. All right, so let's pull a couple cards from the universe, see what the universe has to say. I think it's the humidity. It's been raining today, and I think that the humidity is really affecting some of these cards. I don't have air conditioning in my room. Okay, so I got 3 cards here. Let's see here. We'll start with the first one. I am the loving energy of the universe. Absolutely. We are all made of energy, and we all can resonate on that higher level. And the loving energy is what brings us this happiness and this joy of this new beginning. And to be able to be in that higher vibration, you're going to have more abundance being attracted to you. It seems like that this is going to be a fantastic energy coming in for you. The presence of love will always cast out fear. Absolutely. Though there might be some like negative cards on here that we are saying with this mental anguish that you were going that you first started out with. It seems that that love you have, all this passion coming in and all these smaller offers coming in to you, that it's definitely going to keep you in a higher vibration, and that, and when you're also in the gratitude mindset, you don't fear anything that negative is going to happen, or I shouldn't say you don't fear. You still can have fears come up. You think them, you embrace them, and then you move on, and you don't allow them to define you, and you allow them to be there and recognize them, and then you step above them. So be in gratitude, be that loving energy we are just talking about. And then happiness is my birthright. Absolutely. Um, it's a fantastic thing going on with the sun card. So a lot of great bright happiness is coming in this week, especially in the middle of the week. This is a great way to have a middle week reading. So thank you so much for taking me on your journey, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. You have a great day. Bye.